want to ask a little bit more about our characters. We look at areas of growth for our characters. When you see a couple in a story successfully navigating a crisis, what specific communication markers are you looking for to see if that relationship will last?
Yeah, that's a great question. So one of the things that I always am looking for is their curiosity in the relationship. I'm curious about how my spouse sees something. Curiosity is it's helpful throughout life, but in a relationship, it allows you to ask the question, I wonder how they're seeing it this way. Like, what's causing this? And so that curiosity is as opposed to defensiveness. If I'm seeing defensiveness, like I need to defend myself when you say something, when you're acting a certain way, instead of going, I wonder what's leading that. So curiosity versus defensiveness would be one of the measures of that. Good communication, curiosity. The second thing is whether there are repair attempts. Like, do people try to repair what's going on in the relationship? And healthy couples work on repairing, not assuming that there will never be damage. That is the nature of relationships, are part of our existence and they have points of pain. There's just no way around that. And so those struggle points that we hit, do we work to repair them? So I'm looking for repair attempts in the process. And they can be very small things for couples. Sometimes they have to be big things because they dig down, they become defensive, they start attacking and they dig down. But if they are curious, the repair attempts can be fairly small.
I'm going to ask
Yeah.
you, can you define what a repair attempt is? Is a healthy repair attempt a grand gesture, or is a healthy repair attempt learning to be more curious?
So a grand gesture is a repair attempt, but it may not be a healthy repair attempt. I'm looking for smaller things, like when somebody says, makes an assumption, and to be able to back up and say, hey, I'm sorry, you know what? I was speaking from my own perspective and I didn't think about how you saw that. Or, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't take you into account. So there's an apology there.
Okay.
And a taking of responsibility, and the other person being able to say, that's okay. We've had a tough time, to acknowledge that. So we're basically looking for, can you claim your own personal responsibility in how you reacted, reacted, because response would be a better thing, how you reacted. And is it something that the other person is willing to step into? So basically it's that, are we willing to step together in the midst of our struggle point?
And that's more important than, I planned a vacation for us so we can get away.
Yeah, but never actually addressing what
caused the hurt.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of just going, let's just get beyond this, which is the kind of the typical of let's just not pay attention. And usually the person who doesn't want to pay attention to it is the one who's responsible for it and doesn't want to look at the accountability. And so I would rather give a gift or take a trip than to have to say, and it's much cheaper to say, I'm so sorry. That was stupid of me. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have reacted that way.
And way more effective.
Yeah. And which brings us to another piece I'm looking for is, are they able to emotionally regulate themselves? And do they work on that together? Because that is one of the soothing pieces of a relationship. Can we soothe each other, or do we see each other as being in competition or against each other? Emotional regulation is sometimes for one person to be able to go, okay, you know what? I've got to take a breath. Let me come back in 10 minutes and talk about this again. Or both of them to go, hey, do we want to be acting this way? I had a couple, this is literally their decision, was they decided if they were going to have a deep discussion, they were doing it nude. That was their way.
Yeah.
That changes the whole conversation. And it's
You can't storm out of the house if you're naked. You gotta
No.
put some pants
Clothes
on.
off. All right, we're going.
Time for a discussion. Let's go. And I had another couple that their way of doing it was to hold hands while they did it. And so the physical contact allowed them to stay in connection.